Okay, we're going to talk about synthetic division. Just a couple of examples just to make sure you understand how to do it. So let's see, you have the problem x squared plus 4x minus 3. And it's being divided by x minus 1. Okay, so basically what you're going to do on this is you're going to, if you read a factor of x minus 1, alright, then if you get the factor of x minus 1, what you're going to do is the opposite, or the 0. So you're going to put that in 1. You can put it in a little box. And then you're going to write each one of the terms' coefficients and the constant down in order. So if anything's missing, you got to put a 0. In this particular example, I'm not missing any terms, so I'm going to write 1 because I have 1x squared, 4 for the 4x, and negative 3 for the constant. Then you leave yourself a little bit of space. You draw a line. This guy comes down. Okay. You do 1 times 1, which is 1, and put it underneath the next column, and then add. You get 5. 1 times 5 is 5. Add down, it's 2. The number all the way on the far bottom corner is your remainder. Okay, so since you started off with x squared, and you took out an x, which has a degree of 1, then your terms have now cut down. Instead of being x squared are now x. So this changes to x. Again, if you want to put a 1 there, you can. And then the 5 becomes plus 5. And then the remainder is plus 2 over the thing you divided by. And there's your answer. Let's do an example where we have some things missing. Alright, so let's say we take something like x to the 5th. Let's put a 4 in there just for fun. 4x to the 5th plus 3x to the 3rd plus 5x minus 7. And I'm going to divide that by x plus 3. Alright, so I'm going to start off putting down my divisor. Now remember, your divisor is plus 3, you write the opposite. So negative 3. You put in your numbers. Now make sure that you count all of them. Since the highest one's the 5th, the next one's the 4th. I don't have any, so I need to put a 0 in its place, just like you did with long division. There's a 3 for the x cubes. Now if you want to, you can kind of put up here little cheats. Here's a 5, here's the 4, here's the 3, then you have the 2 and the 1, and then the none. Okay, so that way you make sure that if anything's missing, you don't accidentally forget a 0. So I have no x squared, so I'm going to put a 0 in here. I have 5 x's and then the minus 7. Usually the constant hardly anybody ever forgets because it's on the end. Alright, so now I'm going to draw my line. Leave myself enough room to fill in some numbers. Let me change the color just for fun. Alright, so I bring down the 4. Okay, then I do negative 3 times 4, which is negative 12. Add down, that's negative 12. Negative 12 times 3 is 36. Wow, these are getting big. My answer is going to be 39. I may not be able to do this. It's going to be too big. Alright, negative 3 times 39 is 117. Negative 117. This thing is going to be huge. Okay, I'm going to keep going with it just because I can. Alright, 117. 117 times 3 is, times negative 3 is 351. 351 times 5 is 356. Plus 5, excuse me. 356 times 3 is negative 10 something. 10, oh my gosh. 356 times 3. Let me go down here and just jot that real quick. This is called planning ahead. Hardy har har. Okay, 18 carry the 1, 16 carry the 1, 1068. Negative 1068. Plus 7, negative 7 is negative 1075. Wow. Alright, so again, if you started off with a fifth, and I'm taking out a 1 there, this is now going to be 4. So you write 4x to the fourth minus 12x to the third plus 39x squared minus 117x plus 365, 56, wow, dyslexic today. And then I'll stick under here because I'm out of room, 1075 all over x plus 3. Now, a little bit of a trick. Let me show you. Let's do an easier one, and I want to show you a little trick that you can test yourself with. Alright, so let's do an easy one. So let's do x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x minus 1, and then we're going to divide it by x minus 2. Alright, so if it's minus 2, we're going to put a 2. Okay, I've got x cubes, I got x squareds, I got x's, and I got constants. Okay, draw myself a line. Bring down the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 plus 8 is 11. 2 times 11 is 22. So my remainder is 21. Now, here's a trick. If you want to check your work, you'll take the divisor and you put it into the original polynomial, the one at the top, like this. Now, if you punch that into the calculator and you calculate all this, you're going to get 21, which matches your remainder. So if you wanted to check to see if you did all your math right, by the time you get done, by the time you get to here, you can double check that by putting, again, your divisor into every place you see x, and that should give you the same number as your remainder. So your final answer is x squared plus 4x plus 11 plus 21 all over x minus 2. That's your final answer. I hope that helped.